In this lesson, we'll extend our algebra skills to rearrange our volume formulas. Look at this example. A rectangular prism has a volume of 6.23 cubic meters. If it has a width of 2.31 meters and a length of 2.14 meters, determine the height. From our formula sheet, we know volume is equal to length times width times height for rectangular prisms. The volume is 6.23 meters, the width is 2.31 meters, and the length is 2.14 meters. We need to determine the height. Let's substitute in what we know. We can combine the length and the width value through multiplication to simplify our equation. 6.23 is equal to 4.94 h. We can now solve for h. Since h is located on the right-hand side and it's connected to the value 4.9434 through multiplication, we divide both sides by 4.9434. This gives us an h value of 1.26 meters when we round it to 2 decimal places to match the other measurements. Therefore, the height is 1.26 meters. Consider the following example. A contractor has ordered 6 cubic yards of concrete for a slab. If the slab will be made 20 feet by 20 feet in dimension, what's the thickness of the slab? Visualizing this shape, it's a rectangular prism. We know the volume, the length, and the width, and we are being asked to determine the height. We'll use the same method that we did in the previous example. Volume is equal to length times width times height. The added difficulty in this question is that our measurements are all done in different units. In order to substitute into our equation, we need to convert them so that they are in a common unit. Our answer for the thickness, we likely want in inches, and so it'll work better for us if we convert the volume of 6 cubic yards to inches, as well as the length and width measurements of 20 feet to inches first. Converting the 20 feet to inches is a method that we're very comfortable with. Converting the cubic yards to cubic inches isn't much more difficult. However, we do have to combine our cubic conversion factors. Remember, to convert from 1 cubic yard, or from cubic yards to cubic feet, we use the fact that 1 cubic yard is equal to 27 cubic feet. And then to convert from cubic feet to cubic inches, we use the fact that 1 cubic foot is 1,728 cubic inches. That tells us that our volume measurement is equal to 279,936 cubic inches, and our length and width measurements are equal to 240 inches. We can now substitute in. Our volume measurement goes on the left-hand side. Our length and width measurement goes on the right-hand side. Our height measurement is unknown. Simplify the right-hand side first. Continue to solve for h and then check your answer. We divide both sides of the equation by 57,600 and get an h value of 4.86. The maximum thickness of the slab is about 5 inches thick. One more example. A cylindrical vat has a volume of 56 cubic feet. The vat is 9 feet tall, and determine the radius to the nearest inch. We're dealing with volume, and we are told the height. We are being asked to determine the rate. From our formula sheet, we know a volume of a cylinder is given by the formula volume is equal to pi r squared times h. Let's substitute in the information that we know. We can combine the coefficients on the right-hand side. Sufficient to keep this to 2 more decimal places than our other measurement. Now we will solve for r squared. We'll divide both sides by 28.27. This tells us that r squared is equal to 1.98. Now, how do I finish solving for r if I know r squared? We can change our formula by doing the same thing to both sides. To go from r squared to r, I need to take the square root. I take the square root of both sides and problem will be solved. So we find out r is equal to the square root of 1.98. So r is equal to 1.41. Last thing we need to do is think about units. What units were we working in? Both our height measurement was in feet and our volume measurement was in cubic feet, meaning that our radius measurement is 1.41 feet. We're asked to report our answer to the nearest inch, so we need to convert between feet to feet and inches. Converting the decimal portion of the foot measurement to inches, we end up finding that the radius is 1 foot 5 inches. We can easily rearrange the volume formulas because they rely on multiplication. We will not do any questions where we rearrange the surface area question. The reason why is because variables show up in multiple locations. This requires more algebra knowledge than we have right now, and it's outside the scope of this course, so you will not be asked to rearrange any surface area formulas. If you have any questions, please contact your instructor.